For thousands of years, India has been the breath of truth, where spiritual beings have lived, walked, and taught their experiences of awakening to the nature of our existence. India is the dust of the path walked by the sages, pundits, and the Buddha. Here, the roots of who we truly are have taken firm hold and flourished. Their teachings are the guiding maps for those who follow their paths in search of the meaning of our existence and for an end to suffering. Bodghaya, India is the most sacred place on earth to Buddhists. It is where Buddha spent many weeks, where his feet touched the earth, where he sat under the Bodhi tree and attained enlightenment. The temple grounds are in the center of Bodghaya, one of the poorest, densely populated, depressed places in India. It has one of the highest incidences of leprosy, TB, infant mortality, and lowest literacy rates in India. Bodghaya is a reflection of the Buddha's teachings concerning the suffering of life and cyclic rebirth. There are many interwoven phenomena in this place. Pungent scents of wood, coal, cow dung, smoke, incense, human waste fill the choking, dirty, polluted air. Cows wander through piles of roadside garbage, eating bits of rotting food. Beggars of every age, with colorful, dirty clothing covering their stick-thin, untouchable dark bodies. People living on the sidewalk, with nothing to protect themselves from the elements. Victims riddled with leprosy, TB, starvation, and AIDS. Human beings of all ages with unimaginable deformities. Children missing 2 or 3 limbs lay on the dirty streets next to silver-colored begging bowls. Tiny, thin infants suckle at the empty breasts of gaunt mothers. Polio-racked bodies with twisted limbs propel themselves on splintered wheeled boards. People with bleeding wounds, missing hands and feet due to leprosy. Monks and nuns in robes of all sects from all over the world, gray, yellow, saffron, black, brown, and burgundy walk these streets. They file to and from the Bodhi tree temple, tent restaurants along dirt roads, incense shops, and monasteries. Mangy, skinny dogs roam in packs, often infected with diseases. The sounds of incessant honking, pedicab motors, taxis, bird songs, vendors advertising their wares, devotional songs and chants, gongs, cymbals, and prayer trumpets are heard day and night. There is a deep, tangible sense of sacredness, reverence, and spirituality as pilgrims from around the globe seek refuge in temples, monasteries, and sacred places where the Buddha walked 2,550 years ago. Even the electricity moves in waves of currents, coming on and going off dozens of times a day. Everywhere there is color in this dingy air. Bright saris, robes of monastics, orange, red, and yellow marigolds, and colorful lights on strings grace the land. Mosquitoes fill the air and seek the holes in nets over our beds. We cling to our temporary body. We name it and think it has its own separate existence, separate from everything else. But what separates us from everyone else? Our skin? Our imagination? We are all one. We are all interdependent. We all want to be happy and not suffer. That is what unites us all.
Siri Guru